Let's go to 1 Corinthians 7. I'm going to read the whole chapter. We've taken this chapter a little differently. I've somewhat taken it thematically because, as you'll see when we read, Paul sort of jumps back and forth between different ideas, different realities. And so we'll study these in kind. Last week we talked about principles for marriage. This week, principles for singleness. And again, I remind you, you don't get to check out if you're married. You were once single, and perhaps in this life, if you are married right now, you may be single again. And so these words really are relevant to all of us, not to mention that we all know and love and serve with and have beloved brothers and sisters in our church who are single. And so we want to be of a great encouragement to them. So let's read 1 Corinthians 7 and then dive in. The Apostle Paul writes, "Now concerning the matters about which you wrote, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. But because of the temptation to sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. The husband should give to his wife her conjugal rights, and likewise the wife to her husband. For the wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. Likewise the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does. Do not deprive one another, except perhaps by agreement for a limited time, that you may devote yourselves to prayer. But then come together again, so that Satan may not tempt you, because of your lack of self-control. Now as a concession, not a command, I say this. I wish that all were as I myself am. But each has his own gift from God, one of one kind and one of another. To the unmarried and the widows I say that it is good for them to remain single as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry, for it is better to marry than to burn with passion. To the married I give this charge, not I, but the Lord. The wife should not separate from her husband, but if she does, she should remain unmarried or else be reconciled.